You ever call 911 and end up dying in your own goddamn kitchen? No? Then congratulations, you're probably white. Let's talk about Sonya Massey, 36-year-old black woman living in Springfield, Illinois, about 45 minutes to an hour south of where we're at. She calls the police like you're supposed to do because she thinks someone's outside of her house. Now, most people call 911 expecting help, like assistance or backup, someone with a badge and some basic human fucking decency. But in America, for black folk, 911 is like playing Russian roulette, only with more chambers and fewer rules. And in walks Deputy Sean Grayson, white guy. Looked like he got lost on the way to a Kyle Rittenhouse fan club meetup. He gets there. He enters her house. According to the footage, his body cam, mind you, Sonya's got a pot of water, a boiling pot of water. Because, yes, apparently being in your kitchen while cooking is now a crime punishable by immediate execution. She had a pot, not a weapon, not a gun, not a Molotov cocktail, not a spear, just something every grandma has when she's boiling spaghetti. But somehow, Grayson sees her holding that pot and goes full Call of Duty. One shot, to headshot, and not a single fucking attempt to help her. No first aid, no tourniquet, no stay with me, not even a, oh, my bad. Instead, he just shrugs and says to his partner, you can get the kid if you want, but that's a headshot. She's done. She's done. What the actual fuck? This wasn't a deer you hit with your truck. This is a woman, a mother, a human being who has called you for fucking help. And you say she's done like you're wrapping up a video game. That's right. The man shot her in the fucking face and then delivered the same line that Gordon Ramsay uses when the risotto was just a little undercooked. And the real kicker, Sonya apologized before he fired. The video shows her ducking, setting the pot down, saying, I'm sorry, and then he shoots. What the hell was she apologizing for? For making the cop feel afraid of seasoning? For existing while black and female? For daring to expect help from the same system that's been killing people like her since 1619? Don't even get me fucking started on this fear for my life bullshit they always pull. Like, you have the gun, you have the vest, you've got the fucking taser, the baton, and all the backup. What the fuck were you scared of? Water. You afraid of boiling water. Then maybe you should quit your fucking job and go work at a splash pad, you little fucking coward. You know who's really scared though? It's not the cops. It's black women in America. They're scared to call for help. They're scared to raise their voices. Scared to have a goddamn emotion. Because if they cry, they're aggressive. If they question you, they're threatening. And if they stand still, then they're a statistic in waiting. Sonya Massey deserved better. This fucking system, this fucking country has a long history of turning help into harm, turning emergency calls into death sentences. And guess what? They're doing it again right now. Because instead of just putting Sean Grayson on trial in the city where it happened, in front of a jury of Sonya's community and her peers, her people, they're moving it to Peoria, my home fucking town, my neck of the woods. Peoria. Because Springfield was too biased? Yeah, you know what? They were biased. They're biased towards justice. They're biased towards truth. They're biased towards not letting a cop get away with murder like he just fucking jaywalked. So apparently that's inconvenient for the defense. So now we're bringing the trial to a city where the jury selection process probably starts with something like, do you own more than one American flag t-shirt? Do you believe Black Lives Matter is a Chinese psyop? Have you ever referred to the Civil War as unfortunate but necessary? And do you think Rosa Parks could have just taken a fucking Uber? This ain't justice. This is whiteout for accountability. This is trying to erase outrage by mailing it into a different zip code. But let me tell you something. You can move the venue, you can bury the press release, but the blood is still on Grayson's hands. And the shame is still on all of our fucking hands if we let it go quietly. So here's the deal. Peoria, get ready. Because it's coming. So you might be wondering, what do we do all this? What do we do when the circus rolls into town? Well, first we listen. We take our cues from the Black and Indigenous people in our community. The folks who've been screaming this truth long before the body cam footage ever dropped. And we, white people, we do not take over. We just show up. And when the protest comes, because they will, we don't center ourselves. We bring water. We hold the line. And we ask, what do you need? And we listen when they answer. You don't have to be in the streets to be in this fight. If you're on social media, use it. Tell Sonya's story. Tag them fucking agencies. Flood your timelines, because silence is algorithm-approved complicity. And if you're in the workplace, a school, a union, or a church, bring her name there too. Make them uncomfortable and make them fucking accountable. Hold your local law enforcement to the fire, because the truth is, these aren't bad apples. It's a whole poisoned orchard. And the roots are planted in slavery, soaked in Jim Crow, and still bearing fucking fruit today. This isn't about being a savior. It's about being a partner, a witness, an amplifier, a co-conspirator for justice. Because Sonya Massey isn't just a name. She's a mother, a daughter, a neighbor, and she deserved to grow old in her kitchen, to not bleed out on the floor while a white man with a fucking badge stood over her and said, she's done. Well, motherfucker, we're not done. We're just getting fucking started.